Singapura the Musical, and you're watching Imagine TV.
The rehearsals. We rehearsed in very unique conditions, under very unique conditions. We rehearsed in this place called, the Warehouse of Death, because we needed some space for these things. Yeah, those towers that that you can see behind you, behind you. That's scary. But yes, it was very hot and humid, and but it made us better people. But that's true. I just sounded like I'm joking, but it's true. It really tests your will, and it just pushes you to the limit as an actor, as a person, as an artist. So yeah, that's the most memorable moment, and I think my favorite moment as well.
The times we'd laugh, the times we'd cry, we'll remember.
Always remember. One of everybody's favorite moments is working with our director, Greg Anakas, who flew in from New York. And he gave us it's my first time to work with someone from out there. So he gave us new insights, and it was very educational for us to work with someone of his caliber. And it was an honor. And he was a very easygoing, fun-loving director. And he made every day in the Warehouse of Death fun and enjoyable and cool.
This kopitiam, kopitiam.
This old kopitiam, kopitiam.
Our old kopitiam, kopitiam. Never mind.
I've been working on this show for almost 3 years. And when we opened, it was very overwhelming to me. Because until that moment, it started as words on a page, and then it became words on a page with music, and then it became words that people were speaking. It became words that were driving a story forward. And then, opening night, we were all standing here, we were on stage, and I could hear the audience laughing, and some of them were crying. And at the end, when we bowed and everybody was clapping, I could barely keep it together. I will always remember that moment.
If there's anything that has really touched me through this whole process is working with different people across different cultures. And at the same time, being able to recognize that we're still one family. So amidst all the struggles in the warehouse, amidst all the sweat and all the hard work that we had to go through, and at the same time, having our director lovingly call us with all our own pet names. And amidst all of that, and discovering different personalities from different cultures, and yet you still see that we are one family. That's the thing that really gets to me most. And up to this day, it's the best memory for me.
Be with me, this story is about you. Be with me, it can't go on without you. We're only at the start, don't rush the ending part. Ever after will just never be.
Once we brought the Filipino cast and the Singaporean cast together, hearing the lines, the stories being delivered by the Singaporeans, that was very moving for me, and I think it really elevated our experience as a cast. And that made it very real, very present, and I think that's something that we needed as a cast to ignite us and to excite us. So I think that's what audiences can expect going forward and can be excited about.
Besides the stories in the process of doing this musical, we have some side curriculum activities. Like for myself, the memorable part for myself is learning Tagalog, because I'm a Singaporean. So I learned some Tagalog lines to pick up some ladies. No, these are all just beautiful words, just like you are so beautiful, ang ganda mo. Yeah, and they say that I pick up fast, because there's this line with the tone with Malay and also Tagalog, so it's about the same. So yeah.
You really have to control your laugh. During the show, I had so many bloopers, but I learned a lot from these cast, and I love them because they have no any judgment with it. And I believe that this show will go far, bringing the Singaporean story all over the world.
Julian mentioned earlier our director Greg Anakas, who is many kinds of genius. And this is an original work, right? So as with most original work, it still has to be shaped. At the time when we were rehearsing, it still had to be shaped. So he would sort of say, okay, let's take this out and let's add this. And I was in the show, so I was rehearsing with everybody else. So I'd be on stage and he'd say, Joel, I need a scene, I need a new song here. And I had my computer there, so I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And I'll be writing a new song. And then he'd say, okay, then a scene would happen, and I'd have to go and do the scene and then come back. So I'd go back and forth, and I really wanted to do a good job. I was very, very excited to work with Greg, and I wanted to make the best show possible. So I'd write these new lyrics or whatever, and then I'd spend like maybe a solid hour, well, not a solid hour, but going back and forth and like really racking my brains. At the end of the hour, I'd say, Greg, it's done. He'd be like, yeah, no, we don't need it anymore. That happened, I'm not kidding, at least 5 times. And it's fine. I mean, I enjoy the process of writing, and I enjoy the learning of it and the discovery of it. But it's like, okay, maybe in Singapura part 2.
One time was during the first week of our shows when we were still nervous with these big sets, changing sets. And there's one time when the bicycle got stuck to the hospital bed. So the scene was supposed to be inside the hospital room, but there was a bicycle. The wheel was stuck to one of the hooks on the hospital bed, so I couldn't remove it. And while she was dressing up backstage, I was the only one on stage. So I would like go to the bicycle and try to pull it out, and then go back, step back, and figure it out, and then do that again, try to lift it and try to free the bicycle from the... That's one. And the other thing is bodily fluids. No, because this musical is all about talking, and sometimes you get close to people, and sometimes you sing and you can't control what comes out of your mouth. There's one time I was singing up there on the 2nd floor, and I'd sing "The Road Is Hard to See." And once I mentioned the 2, and I saw one of the chorus members down, avoiding my blessing.
Now I know you'll never be